Alright, TrueJack.com, fixing a Florida sprinkler system. So what we have here is our trench that you saw before, and the pipe was removed. And what I did is I quickly went through and just kind of half-butted, kind of leveled the pit, and then I came back and I started removing and putting in these hits. Alright, so first step was, if you saw this before from the first video, was there were two zones here. There was the end of one, which was capped, and I cut the cap off and I put this guy in, which is again capped, right? And I added two other hits. Actually, there was no hits on that one at all. There was no sprinkler heads here originally, so I went and I'm putting in these little misters. At least I think they're little misters. We're gonna find out. I don't know these sprinkler heads down here too well. I haven't been here but like 3 or 4 months, so I'm learning as I go here, but I'll figure it out. So what I did is I'm cutting in their it's 1/2 inch PVC, okay, the white stuff, and it's 1/2 inch glue to 1/2 inch glue to 1/2 inch thread, or female adapter is what they call it. And then we have here, this is an adjustable male threaded extension that's 1 foot. Alright, so I put in the solid part into the base of it. It got gooped, and I'll show you the goop here in a second. And then I actually pre-did a whole bunch of these heads, which I then went around and I installed them all really fast. Any place where I could remove a cap like that. In that case, that one's capped and I didn't need one there, so I just left it capped and sealed. But any place where I could remove it and idolize or use it, I did. So I made a whole bunch of these stems with the sprinkler heads already on them, and I just laid everything out and I started cutting and pasting them together, so to speak. So you can see, this is the end of one zone that actually runs out that way, and I just added 3 hits to it. Shouldn't be a problem. So I'm going to show you how to cut glue and do like 1 or 2 fittings, and then you just have to use your imagination to kind of put the whole puzzle together. It's really not rocket science. So you can see that this other is a main zone. It's actually 3/4 inch pipe PVC that reduces down to 1/2 inch, and then I started the first hit on that zone. And that's going to carry us all the way around the pool and out to the garage in the back. So let's see here. I have on this zone already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm going to put in another 9, another 8. So you're going to have about 16 of these little misters on this one line. And then I'm going to cap it off, and we're going to evaluate how effective this whole thing is, because I really don't know how far these things are going to shoot. It does say up to 10 feet or 10 to 15 feet. How accurate these things really are, I don't know. I find that Home Depot, or these people that sell things at Home Depot, over exaggerate the actual quality of their products. Go figure. So I put these things every 5 feet. I figured, if they go 10 feet, then they probably go 5 one way, 5 the other. Anyway, they make these things, they're about $1.20 or so a piece. Alright, this is a 180. So it shoots 180 degrees forward. They make them in 90 degrees, 180, and I think they make whatever, the 270 and then a 360. So I got 360s and 180s. So in this bed here, since I'm up against the sidewalk, I'm using 180s to project into the flower bed. Okay, so I'm going to go off to video number 4 here in a second, and I'm going to show you how to cut and glue fittings. A couple things you need to know. Okay, well, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bunch of these up. Like I said before, I've been taking these heads, and you got to unscrew this little thing here, put a screwdriver in there, turn it, take this thing off. You can rip it off, but part of it stays in there, so it's easier to just unscrew it. And we'll do that real quick on video, and then I'll glue one of these. Let me do it real quick. Hang on. I don't know if you can see that or not. and it's got a gasket on it, so I just go hand tight, and I can adjust it later. I'm going to put a little goop, this sealer right here, on the threads, and I'm going to put together about, I don't know, 8 of these, 8 or 9 of these. 1, 2, 3, I guess 8 of them I'm going to put together. And then we're going to take that pipe, which is sitting there, and drop it back in the pit, and I'm going to connect it, and I'm going to start running hits all the way along here, and at the very end I'm going to cap it off, and that'll be it for this zone. And we'll pressurize it, we'll test it in one of the other videos, see what kind of job it's done, and we'll go from there. Alright, TrueJack.com, how to fix a Florida sprinkler system.